Good evening, Officer Foster, Perry Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is failure to dim your lights. Get your bright lights shining in my face. Well, at the moment, I'm just wondering where you're headed to and you can't seem to tell me.
Do I have to?
I guess if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah.
What's that?
I just don't feel to answer any questions.
Do what?
I just don't feel to answer any questions.
Welcome back to the Good Cop, Bad Cop channel. On this channel, we go over police interactions and audits that test the freedom of press in government buildings. Today's video comes from the channel Sam Nawawi. This video takes place in Perry, Oklahoma, and it involves Officer Jeremiah Foster. On November 11, 2018, Sam was traveling through Oklahoma and was pulled over by Officer Foster for apparently not dimming his brights. Pretty minor offense, and as you can see, it's kind of dark out. Regardless, Sam tries to cooperate to the best of his abilities. But that's when Officer Foster starts to ask him questions and becomes frustrated when Sam won't answer his questions. Keep in mind, this was the body cam footage that Sam FOIA requested from the Perry Police Department. So let's watch it and break a few things down.
Good evening, Officer Foster, Perry Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is failure to dim your lights. Get your bright lights shining in my face.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
You have a driver's license and insurance verification, sir?
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
Texas?
From Texas?
Yep.
Where are you headed to?
Oklahoma?
We're at in Oklahoma.
Can you just find your insurance first?
Where are you headed to? Where are you headed to?
I told you Oklahoma.
We're at in Oklahoma.
Is there any problem?
Huh? Well, at the moment, I'm just wondering where you're headed to and you can't seem to tell me.
Do I have to?
I guess if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah.
What's that?
I just don't feel to answer any questions.
Do what?
I just don't feel to answer any questions.
Okay, what was that sound that just happened in your truck? That you do need to answer.
No, I don't have to answer that too.
Okay, do me a favor, step out of the vehicle for me, please.
Is there any problem?
At the moment there is, step out of the vehicle, please.
This is my hands.
I see your hands, sir. Unbuckle your seatbelt.
It's my phone.
I see your phone. Leave your phone where it's at, sir.
I'm recording.
Leave your phone where it's at. Leave your phone where it's at. Unbuckle your seatbelt.
Can you call your supervisor?
My supervisor will be making an appearance in a minute. Unbuckle your seatbelt and step out of the vehicle.
Okay.
Leave your phone in the vehicle, sir.
I have the right to record.
I'm recording right
I
here.
have the right to record.
I have a recording right here. 28 to 8, Q96, my
record
location,
this
please.
interaction?
Step out of the vehicle, sir. I'm not going to ask you again, sir. Step out of the vehicle.
Is there any problem?
Yes, there is a problem,
What
sir.
is it?
Right now, it's your lack of cooperation. Put your phone down. You can leave it recording, but it stays in your vehicle. Step out of the vehicle, please.
I'm gonna step out.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. You want to turn your engine off? Turn it off. Step out of the vehicle.
Here is the keys.
Step out of the vehicle, sir. Put your phone back in your vehicle.
I have the right to record you.
No, sir, you don't have the right to record me. Right now, you have the right to stop hindering my investigation.
It's a phone.
Put your phone in the vehicle, or I will take it out of your hand and put it in your vehicle.
Sir, I know call your supervisor.
My supervisor's right there. Put your phone up.
Here is my hands. Here is my phone.
Put your phone back in your vehicle.
Why you don't want to be recorded? Are you gonna do something wrong to me?
I'm recording right here.
I want to record too.
I got a record here and one in my vehicle. So
this is my First Amendment right.
Sir, put your phone back in the vehicle and stop hindering my investigation, and then step back here with me. Yes, you are being detained.
For what?
Right now for a traffic violation.
Okay.
And a lack of answering any questions that I ask it whatsoever. So
do I have to answer your questions?
Yes, certain questions you do have to answer. Okay. Put your phone down, step back here for me.
Is that your supervisor?
That's my supervisor. Put your phone down, come back here with me.
Can I talk to you? That's my keys, that's my phone. Okay. I told him I'm just gonna record this interaction, this traffic stuff. He's telling me no, you don't have the right to record.
You have every right to record.
Okay,
we're recording though too.
Okay.
So
and I asked him, am I being detained? He said yes, because of a traffic interaction. I said, okay, that's fine. He said that I have to answer every question he asked, some of the questions he asked. I told him, because he kept asking me questions, I said, you know, I really don't fit to answer any question. Okay. And he started to escalate. He put his hand on the gun, and he started to tell me what's this sound inside your vehicle. I wanted to answer none of your questions. You asked me for the license?
And your registration, and then I asked you what was going on in your vehicle. I didn't see your hands, and I hear a noise come out of your vehicle. I asked you what it is.
You never said
you showed me your hands after I asked you what the noise was, and you said, I don't feel like answering your questions.
I don't have to answer any questions. What's your name?
Officer Foster.
What's your badge number?
28.
Your name, sir?
Sergeant Flam.
Your badge number?
8.
Okay, so...
Step back here in front of my vehicle.
Can I close my door?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you gonna answer my question yet? What was that sound that your vehicle is making? The sound coming out of your vehicle.
Sir,
when I asked you what was going on.
Question. I would like to be fair in my way.
You'd like to what?
Let's go right.
Yeah. Huh?
Sam was trying his best to cooperate, but when Officer Foster decided to be a D-bag, that's when Sam starts to assert his rights and challenge Foster's commands. Now, per case law, Foster has every right to make Sam get out of his vehicle. What he can't do is restrict Sam from recording from his phone. When Sam talks to the supervisor, he agrees that Sam can in fact record, and that's when Foster starts to lie about the interaction, stating that he couldn't see Sam's hands. Finally, Foster goes to run the information through his database. Now, what I'm about to show you are documents obtained through the FOIA that shows Foster's history. Let's just say it's very questionable as to how he actually got hired. Make sure you do pause and read for yourself. The Freedom of Information Act is a federal freedom of information law that requires the full or partial disclosure of previously unreleased information and documents controlled by the United States government upon request. The Act defines agency records subject to disclosure, outlines mandatory disclosure procedures, and defines 9 exemptions to the statute. The Act was intended to make the U.S. government agencies function more transparent so that the American public can more easily identify problems in the government and put pressure on Congress, agency officials, and the President to address them. Federal court has concisely described the vital role of the Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA, in democracy. It has often been observed that the central purpose of the FOIA is to open up the workings of the government to public scrutiny.
Mr. C, what's your current address?
Whoever is in driver's license. Am I giving
is that a correct address that's on your license?
Am I giving a ticket or a warning?
I'm asking you a question, sir. Answer my question. You answer my question, I'll answer yours. Right now, you need to answer my question. What is your address?
Okay. Let me tell you something. Every citizen you stopped. Not every citizen is ignorant on his rights. Okay, I don't know if they teach you that in the police academy.
You have to tell me your address when I ask for it.
But there is constitutional rights. There is the First Amendment to record. That's what I'm doing. There is the Fourth Amendment.
Are you not going to give me your address?
Searches and seizures. And there is the Fifth Amendment to refuse to answer any question.
Okay,
it doesn't matter where is it.
Hold on.
That's the Fifth Amendment. So if If I choose to answer your question, that's fine. I choose to. If I say, sir, I want to remain silent, that's my right.
Okay, listen to me real quick,
Uh-huh.
okay? On this program, it does both citations and warnings. To fill out, to do our job.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to give none of you a hard time. It's just, the way you approached me was kind of scary. And all I did is invoking my rights.
Okay, but listen
You
to me.
understand? Yeah.
To do our job correctly on this system, we need your address.
That's
Is-
why I
is
told
what-
him. I answered his question. I told him, whatever is in there is my address.
Okay,
Whatever
so
is
on
my
your license, that is correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So what is that? Am I gonna get a ticket?
No, sir, you're getting a warning.
Okay. But that's true, right?
What's that?
If I want to answer questions, I want to answer questions, right?
You're fine.
Yeah, I have to know that. I always try to de-escalate, because not everybody you stop is a criminal or a bad man. There are some people who are nice, but they choose not to answer. They choose just to remain silent, That's their constitutional right. What is this town called?
This is Perry.
Perry?
Alright, sir, what I did is I wrote you a warning, okay?
Okay.
It's not going to cost you any points on your license. There's no court date associated with it, no money, okay? There's your copy of your warning. There's your insurance verification. I need to sign right there. It just states that I gave you the warning and explained it to you. What's your phone number, sir? Area code first.
I don't wish to give that one to.
I gotta have it for my system, sir.
Do I have to give that one?
And to complete our job, we have to have it. You can give us your company phone number if you want to do that. we just need a phone number
For what?
for our system. Like I said, you have your paperwork you have to fill out. This is our paperwork. It's on there. You can see.
You got my driver license. You got my name. You got my birthday. You got my address. What else you need? You don't need my phone
A phone number.
sir.
My system requires a phone number,
I just
sir.
don't wish to give it, sir. You got everything. My insurance, my plate, you got my whole life right there. So I don't know why you need my phone number. So can I get my driver license so I can be free to go?
Judging by all the information that was obtained by Sam through a FOIA request and by the behavior displayed in the video, I think it's safe to say that Officer Foster is a tyrant through and through. I mean, if you go back and look at the papers, it shows that he was once fired back in 2000 by the chief of the Perry Police Department. The reason it states is because that the chief felt he was too immature to handle the responsibilities, yet was later allowed to be rehired by the same department that fired him. It's pretty pathetic if you ask me. Judging from his behavior here, it seems that Foster still has some growing up to do. I mean, he blatantly lied to his supervisor's face about seeing Sam's hands while he was still in the car. Just downright childish if you ask me. All these years later, and Officer Foster still seems immature. Big props to Sam Nawawi for asserting his rights and not letting this tyrant bully him. Make sure you all head on over to his channel, subscribe, and I'll see you all over in his comments. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching.